for more than 3 decades, Mary Austin kept her silence. Through countless rumors, documentaries, biographies, and headlines, she chose not to speak. She had loved Freddie Mercury in life, deeply, fiercely, and without condition. And after his death in 1991, she devoted herself to protecting his memory, not feeding the myth. But now, at 74, the woman Freddie once called the only friend I've got is speaking. And she's speaking because the world is being told a story she says simply isn't true. The woman behind the legend. Mary met Freddie when she was just 19 and he was 23, long before Queen was a household name. They lived together in a small London flat, shared dreams, built a life. Even when Freddie confided his sexuality to her in the late 1970s, their bond only deepened. They were no longer lovers, but they remained soulmates.
In my defense, what is there to say?
Freddie never replaced her. All my lovers ask me why they couldn't replace Mary, he once said. But it's impossible. The only friend I've got is Mary, and I don't want anybody else. She was by his side when he died, and in his will, he left her the majority of his estate, his home, his possessions, and half of his privately held assets. In every way that mattered, she was his family.
So basically, I just want to be happy and make a lot of money and buy a lot of things.
A shocking claim. So when Larry heard whispers, then headlines, that Freddie Mercury had secretly fathered a child in 1976, she was stunned. The claim, made in the new book Love, Freddie by biographer Leslie Ann Jones, suggests that Freddie had an affair with the wife of a close friend. A daughter, known only as B, was allegedly born from that affair, and Freddie, according to the book, kept 17 volumes of private diaries addressed to her, which he later entrusted to her before his death. For Mary, it felt like a rewriting of history. The truth is, I've never known of any child, she said, or of any diaries. If Freddie had a child, he would have been overjoyed. He would have told me. He would have told the people he loved. Freddie had a glorious openness. It simply wasn't in his nature to keep joy a secret. The book claims the first diary entry was written on June 20th, 1976, the day Freddie allegedly learned he was going to be a father. Mary remembers that day clearly, because she and Freddie were still living together. We continued to live together for 2 more years, she said. And in all that time, I never once saw him keep a diary. Not before, not during, not after. I would be astonished if he had been a prolific diarist for 15 years and I never knew. She was with him during the final months of his life, often daily. She recalls his weakening health in excruciating detail. And the idea that during that time, he passed a set of personal diaries to a teenage daughter, that he kept a bedroom in her home, that he spoke to her every day while on tour, feels not just far-fetched, but painful. Jones claims the woman, now 48 and a medical professional in Europe, received the diaries from Mercury directly. A letter included in the book reads, "He entrusted his private notebooks to me, his only child and his next of kin." But the alleged diaries have never been produced for verification. The existence of a child has never been proven. There is no DNA test, no photographic evidence, no legal recognition in Mercury's will. Even Anita Dobson, the wife of Queen guitarist Brian May, expressed disbelief. "It seems inconceivable," she said, "that he would have a child with someone we don't know about." Mary agrees. Freddie's life was very public. His schedule was relentless. And yet this story claims he had rooms in 2 homes, maintained a private relationship, and no one around him ever knew? That is not the Freddie I knew. That is not the truth. For a time, Mary chose to ignore the claims, believing they would fade like so many others. But when the story made its way into mainstream media, Even appearing on Freddie's Wikipedia page, she realized her silence was becoming dangerous. I was afraid that my silence would be seen as confirmation, but too much is at stake. Freddie can't speak for himself anymore, so I must. Her voice doesn't tremble. It's quiet, steady, and full of heartbreak. So many things have been said about him over the years, often without foundation. It's sad to think that the truth of a wonderful man might be lost to fiction. In response, Leslie Ann Jones expressed surprise, saying she had tried to contact Mary over the years and was not suggesting that Mary had known of the child. Then why say I knew everything about him, including his undisclosed secrets? Mary wonders aloud. I am not the guardian of this supposed truth, and I will not be used to legitimize a claim that I do not believe is real. She is not angry. She is not bitter. She is simply tired. Tired of the myths, the fabrications, the constant attempts to rewrite Freddie Mercury's story.
And I think the reason we've stayed together for so long is just none of us want to leave, because, I mean, if you leave, it's like being a coward. Do they have enough servants' quarters? Not a good thing to say in this country.
What she wants is simple, to preserve the truth, not just for herself, but for Freddie. I knew him better than anyone, and I believe with all my heart that the man I knew did not keep a child secret. These claims are implausible, and I believe they are untrue. Mary Austin never asked to become part of history. She simply loved a man, a remarkable, complicated, joyful man, and stood by him until the end. She has no interest in fame or fanfare. She does not seek attention. She speaks now because the truth matters, because Freddie matters, and because love, real love, does not stay silent when the past is being rewritten. Now, Mary Austin has broken her silence, and with grace and strength, she reclaims the legacy of the man she loved.
When he couldn't record, he'd given himself a limit.
Those were the days of our lives.
What do you think, my dear friends? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching my videos and supporting my channel. Your love and encouragement mean more to me than words can express. Every comment, like, and share brings me so much joy. I truly enjoy reading your thoughts and feeling your presence every time I post something new. If you'd like to support my channel even further, I warmly invite you to consider sending a super thanks through YouTube. Every bit of support helps my channel grow within the community, and it truly makes a difference. A special shout out and heartfelt thank you to all the amazing people who've joined my channel's membership and those who send super thanks whenever I upload a video. Your generosity and kindness never go unnoticed. It's what keeps me inspired to create more for you. May the love and presence of our Creator be with you always, to bless you, to heal you, and to watch over your families. This is Halbin saying shalom